Everyone. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Fox with it. Now defended by Gobert. And it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
Here's Randall. Pass to Gobert. McDaniels with the ball. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. Out to Edwards. Back to McDaniel. 6 to shoot. Here's DiVincenzo. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
And rejection by McDaniel. Wembanyama against Edwards. Randall outside. Edwards inside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen. Oh, my goodness. The athleticism of Anthony Edwards on full display.
And stolen by Barnes. Fox against DiVincenzo. Count that bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Outside for Wembanyama. There's the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
Pass to Castle. Back to Fox. 1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Wembanyama. Over Gobert. Gobert with the defensive effort. Now let's find out what head coach Chris Finch had to say to David Aldridge. David?
Now, I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox. The coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's McDaniels. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Here's Castle. Still without a basket. Julius Randle with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Edwards. Good D by Barnes.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Wembanyama, a screen on DiVincenzo. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Castle. Wembanyama outside, trying to get something going. Gobert pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. For 3, Edwards buries the long-range jumper. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Boy, that was deep. Anthony Edwards testing the limitations of his range on that one.
Wembanyama, a screen on DiVincenzo. Beyond the arc. And it's Victor Wembanyama with the 3. Wembanyama's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Spurs. Here's Edwards. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. He's certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Mr. Gobert. Randle right side. And here's Edwards. Edwards getting the close range too.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Edwards with confidence.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
And it's Fox with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, he is only concerned right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Them one on Castle. And we see, as in baseball, Doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally, is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Fires for 3. Edwards with the floor spacer.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is, that shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to dominance. It saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct in demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
And the layup is good. Castle's got 6 points in the quarter.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Down low. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. The wide open look here for Fox. Hits it from three-point range. Fox has got 9 points.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
For Minnesota, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. The throw drops for DiVincenzo. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Spurs trail by 7. Barnes outside. Outside for Wembanyama. Back to Barnes. Mamu Kelishvili passes to Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Wembanyama. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. Timberwolves leading by 9. Now McDaniels. For 3, Edwards. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And that's the thing about Barnes. He doesn't always look like he's moving fast, but very few guys seem to catch him.
Edwards at full speed.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And Edwards slams it in.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Bassey in at the center position.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Pass to Reed. Here's Minot. That one goes in, and now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. Boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Lets it go, and another basket for San Antonio.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
Pass to Minot. And Reed has it in the corner. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Reed's got 4 points this quarter. With the step back. Vassell, the pass to Bassi. Vassell outside. There's a good screen. Puts up a deep three. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 9. Driving to the basket. Can't connect from short range. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Vassell outside. Here's Sohan. A three-pointer is right on target. Sohan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Reed with a screen on Vassell. Pass to Reed. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Spurs trail by 6. Here's basket, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Just a great player in the open court. Johnson moves so well and able to complete that break.
And that one, good.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Vassell wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota leading by 4. Pass to Shannon. Back to Reed. Here he goes. And Reed throws it down.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Vassell outside. There's the screen. Knocks it loose and stolen by Miller. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Johnson. Alexander Walker passes to Miller. And it's in there. And now an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Vassell outside. Pass to Bassi. Latrey. Einad pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by Sohan. Reed gets the bucket.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Nailed from three-point land. And now that's 11 points for Devin Vassell. Alexander Walker with the ball. This one for 3. That one misses. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And he can't hit the second. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Spurs trail by 8. Fox deciding where to go with it. Oh, good with the triple. The Timberwolves shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Randle is doubled. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got his 4th assist in this one. To the left wing. Fox goes in, and it's Fox with the jam.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. Driving the lane. Has to Gobert. It's deflected. And it's Fox with the jam.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Fox against DiVincenzo. McDaniels in the post. Randall right side. Just 5 to shoot. Back to McDaniel. Yep, it counts.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Three-pointer, Fox. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Out to Edwards. Second chance shot. Oh, Edwards!
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Here's Castle. Defended by DiVincenzo. Count the basket.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Outside Edwards. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
DiVincenzo kicks to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Randall. 6 on the shot clock. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Castle. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. DiVincenzo with the screen for Edwards. To the paint. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now, and Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Minnesota with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Randall. Nails the baby hook. Randall's got 5 points in the quarter.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Castle. Off target with his 3.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Fox against Edwards. San Antonio again missing. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go that time. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
Now here's Edwards. Gobert with a wide open look. Can't connect. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at center, filling out the middle.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Curry. Outside Moody. Green, a screen. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch, who talks about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. He drops it from range.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad three for Steph.
For 3, DiVincenzo. And another 3 from Minnesota.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Curry. From 11 feet away, it's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Edwards looking for an opening. Pass to Gobert. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Edwards. McDaniels, a screen on Butler. Now here's Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist by Gobert. The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside Curry. And he drives in. Oh, good D by Edwards.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's what...
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. For 3, DiVincenzo. They get it back. Beyond the arc. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Curry. Outside Green. Curry against Randall. Will it go? And a nice layup by Curry. Curry's got 5 now.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Randall on the screen. Up top, DiVincenzo. He's covered by Curry. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
McDaniels against Curry. They set the pick. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 7 points in the game.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
DiVincenzo can't hit. Warriors trail by 7. Curry passes to Butler. Curry against McDaniels. Back to Butler. Outside Curry. Launches a three. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to McDaniels. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Yeah, check out Draymond putting on the moves. I mean, I like to see his finesse game.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Counted from distance. And here's Butler outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. The T-Wolves. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Hield. Here's Butler. Outside for Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over McDaniels. And it's Green missing.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Edwards, no good. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Warriors trail by 8. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to post. The 3 is up. Drains the triple.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Inside, Gobert puts it in.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Butler surveying the floor. Pass to post. Outside, Green. Puts up a 3. He can't hit that time. Minnesota leading by 7.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's post. Pass to Hield. To the inside.
On defense, Gobert expertly uses his size and length, making himself into a wall.
And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Outside Hield. Outside for Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Randle pulls down the board. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's McDaniels driving inside, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
McDaniels against Hield. Outside for Butler. 1:41 left in the first half of this game. And the Warriors miss again. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Edwards against Butler. Picked by Gobert. Jacks up a three. And DiVincenzo hits from deep. DiVincenzo's got 6 in the quarter.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Now here's Butler. No made baskets yet. Green finds Butler. Over Edwards. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. They get it again. Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall, a screen on Hield. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Hield. Warriors trail by 14. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Moody. To the paint. Here's Post. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Here's DiVincenzo.
Great dime by Gobert. Scans the floor well to find his teammates.
Edwards against Butler. Butler, so crafty around the rim.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
That'll do it for the first half. It's Minnesota up by 12. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForge. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Taking a bunch of shots.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been quite a game for Donte DiVincenzo.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Curry in at the 2 spot. Alexander Walker with it. Now Podziemski defending. Tries again. There's the block. And he gets it back. Pass to Minot. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 14. Curry from deep 3-point land. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Minnesota leading by 15. Here's Shannon. Right side, Alexander Walker. Here's Miller. Pass to Shannon. And there's the screen. Takes it inside.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Warriors trail by 17. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, we're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see. And your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that.
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Clock at 2. Pajemski misses the 3. Minnesota leading by 14. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Pass to Alexander Walker. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Warriors trail by 17. Curry looking it over. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Here's Payton. From outside, off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple. Shannon's got his first 3 points of the game.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Payton with a steal. Here's Jackson Davis. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Back to Alexander Walker. That one goes in. Alexander Walker's got 8 points in the quarter.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
To the right side. Here's Shannon, defended by Pajemski. Outside, Alexander Walker. From 8 feet, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. Warriors trail by 19. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That's his first foul.
Substitution report.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Curry. Count the basket. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
He got it up. And so it's Minnesota leading by 17 at the end of the period. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Timberwolves lead by 17. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Outside Curry. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
DiVincenzo finds Gobert. For three, Randall. Here's Edwards. Oh, Green with a block.
A terrific position defender. Draymond can also challenge shots and protect the rim.
The Timberwolves have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. For three, DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Butler.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
On target from range. DiVincenzo's got 24.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. The three from Curry. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Randall, good.
Yeah, pretty lefty shot by Randall. I just love a good teardrop.
Outside Curry. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open teammate.
Here's Curry. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. For three, Randall. Here's DiVincenzo. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now in the quarter. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Shot clock at 5. Pass to post. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal.
They've been making plays like this all night. Just sharp defense, not taking any possessions off. An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Tries a three off the inbound. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist from Gobert.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing. Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Outside, DiVincenzo. For three, Randall. And no good. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
Butler against Gobert. Outside Butler. Drives to the hoop. And it's Butler with the jam. 58 seconds left in the final quarter. Randall outside. For three, DiVincenzo. It's McDaniels on the wing. They grab their own miss. DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. From outside the arc, and the three-pointer goes.
Impressive job by this team, and you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Curry. Clock at 4. That one falls. Curry's got 30.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Misses. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Should be a lot of great ball. Movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got Moses Moody. Jimmy Butler is out there with Green. Then it's Curry. And it's Post in at the 5. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State. It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Pass to Sohan. Here's Wembanyama. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Warriors. Here's Sohan. Count that one.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
Now here's Curry, guarded closer. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession of the ball. And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. With the drive. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Good on the triple.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Now here's Curry. Jacks up a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Here's Castle. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
And the Warriors off to a slow start here. It's a 5-point game. They set the pick. Here's Curry with the 3. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Fox. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. In the corner, Moody with it. Green finds Curry. Back to Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And this is where Green looks to score. He's comfortable and confident down low.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense. But what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can do what he does the way he does it. And especially effective when he's hitting the 3-ball, stretching the floor, allowing for more space for his shooters.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talents, and you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. So it's San Antonio now after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Rob. And he drives in. And here's Green outside. A rebound by the Spurs. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Here's Castle. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
What a creative shot by Castle, opting for the soft touch.
Now Curry. He's got 6. There's the pick. Outside Butler. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Now, here's Moody. Guarded by Fox. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside. And slam dunk by Butler.
And everything Butler does, he does with a bang, including those 2 points.
Here's Wembanyama. Off with the layup. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 1. It's good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to Castle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Known for his strong defense, Castle is someone any coach would love to have. He is a hard-working rookie.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching the lead. But look, he tied things up.
Pass to Curry. He gets it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in San Antonio. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry is out there with Moses Moody. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Post in at the center position.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Barnes. Fox finds Barnes. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Moody. And the rejection by Wembanyama. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Drains the three-pointer. Butler's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors. Right side, Fox. And stolen by Butler. To the inside. Curry on the wing. Covered by Barnes. Back to Moody. Shot clock at 6. Fox against Butler. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake. And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Curry. Rebound, San Antonio.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
A three from Wembanyama. Draymond Green with the rebound. Warriors leading by 3. And here is Butler. 7 points in the game. Pass to post. Back to Butler. But driving, Jimmy Butler.
Signature move by Butler. He's a slasher by nature. Really goes hard to the cup.
Fox passes to Barnes. Sohan with the ball. And a miss there on the triple. Butler against Barnes. Outside Butler. Outside Curry. Right wing. Here's Post. Launches a 3. And it's Fox with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And the Spurs making a change here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Now here's Fox. Scoreless thus far. Barnes down low. Guarded by Curry. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Barnes. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And he hits it to tie the game up. Barnes has got 9.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Castle. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. To end the run. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
The drive by Wembanyama. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Stephen Curry.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
It's Curry outside. Oh, Curry so accurate from three-point range.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Here's Barnes into the lane, and that one good. Barnes has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I'm on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, in a close game, what makes the difference in the second?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagny in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. On the wing, Hield. To the middle, deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Hield with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. And stolen by Vassell. He takes it in. Here's Bassey. Sinks the triple. Bassey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Passes like this demonstrate leadership. Vassell wanting to find his open teammates.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside, Kuminga. Clock at 6. Nice defense by Vassell. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. The Warriors trail. Payton in the corner. Fires from deep. They kick out to Hield. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got himself on the board with 3 there. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Bassey, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. They kick out to Hield. Outside, Kuminga. No good on the 3. The Spurs have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker with the break. And, Richard, you just get the feeling that Jonathan Kuminga is finally starting to hit his stride, don't you?
It is all about opportunity in this league, Kevin. With more playing time and scoring chances, Kuminga has really blossomed, and he is not done getting better. His playmaking is trending in the right direction. Vassell has shown steady growth in that area.
Podziemski with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. On the wing, Hield. San Antonio with the rebound. Bassey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson kicks to Vassell. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Warriors shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Outside, Kuminga. And again, it's the Warriors missing. San Antonio leading. It's Vassell with the drive. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And this team encourages Vassell to take initiative. Outstanding drive.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Here's Kuminga. Lays it up off the glass.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Sohan. It's stolen. Jackson Davis with it. Still scoreless. 1:10 left here in the 3rd quarter. Podziemski finds Kuminga. Back to Podziemski. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. odds clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Here's Vassell. No good on the triple. The Warriors have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Now Jackson Davis. Pass to Pajemski. And it's good for 2. Pajemski's got 6 points. San Antonio trailing here. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Vassell outside. Plays it up and banks it in. Vassell's got 4 this quarter.
More Vassell scores inside, the more it frees up his mid-range game. That is essential to his success.
Healed outside. Good if it goes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Jimmy Butler is out there with Green. Then there's Moses Moody. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center, filling out the middle. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Pass to Post. Poke loose. Three-pointer, Fox. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Mamukelashvili has got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Spurs leading by 5. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Wembanyama, a screen on Curry. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Pass to Post. To the wing on the left. Outside, Green. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
A 3 from Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists in the game. Outside Curry. They set the pick. Curry on the move. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
So cunning on the attack. Curry gets defenders to foul on the drive because there's nothing else you can do.
And he makes both free throws. Spurs leading by 6. Pass to Castle. On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Curry. Knocked loose. And they're on the break. Butler from outside. And the Warriors miss again. Spurs have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Warriors trail by 8. Curry looking around. Green with a screen for Curry. Six on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Fox passes to Kelishvili. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Here's Curry, pass to post. Up top, Curry, a 3-ball. And again, it's the Warriors missing. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 15-4 run right now. And now we've got the intentional foul. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Barnes against Curry. Barnes passes to Wembanyama.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Spurs.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Harrison Barnes.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Butler with the steal. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Now, here's Moody. Guarded by Fox.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
That 3 off the mark. Here's Golden State. 11-point game. Post misses the shot. And Wembanyama way outside. It's off. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.
we have. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for the Spurs, they've got Castle. He's out there with De'Aaron Fox. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Mamu Kelishvili passes to Fox. Wembanyama screen. Knocked loose. Fast break, Minnesota. For 3, Randle hits the trifecta.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Here's Castle. Outside for Wembanyama. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo pass to Randle. And here's Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Gobert inside. McDaniels from long range. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Here's Randle. And it's blocked. Fox against DiVincenzo. And Fox powers it home.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. An excellent display of speed there.
And here's Edwards outside. Rebound San Antonio. To the middle. Out to Fox. Wembanyama, screen on DiVincenzo. Outside Wembanyama. Sinks the tray.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Now here's Edwards. Tightly guarded for 3. Randle hits the three-pointer. Randle's got 6.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Castle. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Here's Edwards. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. To the wing, right side. Clock at 6. Randle deciding where to go with it. Edwards can't hit.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Hey, and Barnes not playing around when he gets near the bucket. When he has the ball deep inside, he's looking to bang it.
McDaniels a screen. Edwards for 3. Again, the miss by Edwards. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. The 3. Randle pulls down the board. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to McDaniels. Randle on the screen. Now Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Hey, we use the term explosive a lot, but Edwards, this guy is explosive times 3.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Mamukelashvili. Checked by Randall. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter.
What I love about DiVincenzo defensively is his competitive spirit. This guy loves to battle and compete.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Both teams have... And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Wembanyama up top, defended by Gobert. Wembanyama, effortless inside.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Left side, Edwards. Inside, DiVincenzo gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Got a piece of it.
Excellent defensive instincts leading to the quick reaction.
Here's Edwards. And he packs it down right in the face of Victor Wembanyama.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Here's Castle, guarded by Edwards. Wembanyama, screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Barnes. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Boy, the size and quick release Barnes has helps him inside. I mean, he feels very comfortable shooting from here.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Spurs trail by 4. Wembanyama screen. Fox outside. Pass to Castle. Gobert with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards powers it home.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy. Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
From deep, Wembanyama gets the 3 to fall. Wembanyama's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Good vision by Castle there to find the open man.
Edwards finds Gobert. Edwards looking it over. 6 to shoot.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And so it's Minnesota with it. 3-point lead. Pass to Gobert to the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's DiVincenzo. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Fox for 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Down low. And Edwards slams it in.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
Here's Mamukelashvili. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Fox. Oh, Fox gets up and throws it down.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Minnesota is shooting their first foul shot of the game. And that one falls for Gobert.
Look, we all know Rudy Gobert is a force on defense, but you can't afford to ever ignore this guy. I mean, he's got the physical gifts to make problems anywhere on the floor. That's a hard spot to be in as a defender now. Giving up that much height, very hard to protect the rim.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 8-point game. Here's Castle. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
McDaniels, a screen on Fox. With 2 seconds left, here's DiVincenzo, off target at the rim. And the first half now in the books. It's Minnesota. They lead by 6. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Bassey in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the San Antonio 5. Vassell, Minnesota with a rebound. Here's Shannon. And the layup falls. And the Timberwolves lead by 8. Well, Clark, as we know, player comparison is a popular exercise among fans and analysts alike.
Yeah, I've never really ascribed to that, but in this day and age, I think it's even more unfair to do so because the game has changed tremendously. I mean, three-point attempts and scoring averages are way north, in large part because of the pace of play. So the game has changed, and that means when you're comparing players, it's a little harder to do in a fair manner.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Vassell. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Minot. Clock at 6. Now Alexander Walker. Three-pointer off the mark. Tipped. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
It's Vassell with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Vassell's got his first 2 points.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded closely. And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Reed for three. Sohan with a rebound. Spurs trail by 5 to the middle. Here's Bassey, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Minnesota is shooting their second and third shots at the line here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. San Antonio's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Pass to Bassey. Back to Vassell. To the paint. Bassey, good.
For Vassell to really make an impact, that's what he has to do. Initiate the offense.
Outside Reed. Takes the 3. The shot that time not on target.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in those possessions.
And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Sohan outside. Pass to Vassell.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Bassey for the tie. Reed with the rebound.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Reed, a screen on Vassell. Alexander-Walker, the pass to Reed. And it's good for 2. Reed's got his second basket of the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Vassell outside. There's a screen. Pass to Bassey. Had the space there, but it's offline.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Vassell. And he got the whistle on the... And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Second team foul. People over San Antonio. 2 shots.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Alexander-Walker, the pass to Reed. Knocks down the triple. Reed's got 10 points here in the second half.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ballgame right here.
There's the 3. Intercepted. Sohan, the pass to Vassell. Pass to Bassey. A shot to stop the run. And it's good on the layup. Bassey's got 6 here in the quarter.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Reed, a screen on Vassell. Stolen by Vassell. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's Bassey. Finished off the break. Bassey's got 8.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And so it's Minnesota leading by 6. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
The Timberwolves lead by 4. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
McDaniels inside, covered by Wembanyama. Randle a screen on Fox. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Funky finish by DiVincenzo there, using the floater as a way to neutralize the shot blocker.
Pass to Castle. Outside Wembanyama. Takes a 3. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the 3.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Edwards, the pass to Randle. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
Julius Randle, one shot. The play will be reviewed.
So many close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And the basket by Castle.
And this rookie Castle is smooth on the drive. Can't give him any space in the lane.
Here's DiVincenzo. Gobert passes to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Now DiVincenzo. He's covered by Fox. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. And DiVincenzo hits from deep. DiVincenzo's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
Oh, Fox! No stopping him!
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
They've got numbers. Gobert against Wembanyama. Fox with a screen on Gobert. Wembanyama. Oh, too much length from Wemby.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Outside for Randle. They swipe it. It's blocked by Gobert. And here they come. And here's Edwards outside. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. DiVincenzo against Barnes. Here's McDaniels. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Jaden McDaniels, what a moment. Huge bucket there.
Wembanyama, screen on DiVincenzo. Let's go with a 3. And there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist by Castle.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
An excellent opportunity here.
Seizing the lead right now would be huge. Oh, the young man showing composure down the stretch. Big points from Castle in a big moment.
Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. Second chance effort. Gobert finds Edwards. From deep three-point land. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Antonio's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Here goes Fox. Money.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And an intentional foul right there.
Harrison Barnes. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the fourth. Inside. It's stolen by Barnes. Fox against DiVincenzo. Shot is good by Manu Kelishvili. And now a 6-point San Antonio lead.
Really sweet passing from Fox. He's a reliable floor general and has great vision on the floor.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul so far.
First team foul.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
McDaniels against Fox. Puts up a deep three. Off target with the shot. And so it's San Antonio with the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true.
basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Randle kicks to McDaniel. From outside, off the mark. Outside, Butler. Takes it off the glass. Butler's got the opening field goal of the game for the Warriors.
That is a tough two right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Brent, Draymond Green's resume speaks for itself. What's he do, though, that we may not see or appreciate?
Well, Kevin, Draymond Green does such a great job of being a connector and communicator defensively. It is remarkable the way that he can impact every position on the floor by the way he uses both his position and his voice. Forget about the offense. Draymond takes on the challenge every night defensively, and that makes him elite.
Randle from outside, drops in the tray.
Well, Randle keeping you honest here. Not a knockdown shooter from that range, but is showing more and more that he's capable of doing just so.
Now here's Curry. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here is Edwards. And another three for Minnesota.
Edwards makes it dueling three-pointers, showing some leadership, getting that one back.
Curry against McDaniel. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. McDaniels kicks to Randle. Pass to DiVincenzo. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And this is where the coaching staff applauding the way that Dante right now aggressively is shooting the ball off the catch and shoot.
It's Curry outside. Randle grabs the board. The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Edwards passes to Randle. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by McDaniel.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Curry. Here's post. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Randle finds Edwards. 1:52 left here in the first quarter. And finished off by Edwards.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
On the wing, Green. Here's post. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. On defense, the Timberwolves. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Moody with it. Edwards there. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And a deep three from Curry. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Timberwolves leading by 4.
And DiVincenzo likes to get out into the open court to try to make something happen.
23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Curry with it. The kick outside to Butler. Green with a screen on Edwards. Here's Butler. Great D that time from Edwards. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
They've got Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry's out there with Moody. And it's Green, and it's Post in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders, and the very capable ones, of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles. I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
They double him with Green. DiVincenzo finds Randall. And here's Edwards from the arc. Draymond Green with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Post. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Post has got 5 now.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
For 3, Edwards. They grab their own miss. Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Warriors with the rebound. To the inside. Gobert with the block. Launches it. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Is somebody not alert to block out the wide frame of Julius Randle, who gets in there after the loose ball?
Curry dishes to Green. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got 4 rebounds in this game. On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's got 7. A three-pointer, no good. Warriors trail by 6. And here they come. Here's Post. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Post has got 4 this quarter.
That's a terrific pass right there by Jimmy Butler. Just wants to win.
Green with the block. And he gets it back. A second chance effort. Here's DiVincenzo. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. In the corner, Moody with it. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Count that one. Gobert's got his second bucket.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Outside Curry. Curry goes inside. Shoots over McDaniel. Outside Butler. Pass to Post. No good. That would have tied it. Timberwolves leading by 3. Draymond Green pulls it in. 56 seconds left in the first half of the game. At the top of the key, Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry from 3.
So fast off the catch. Curry sometimes downright impossible to guard.
Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. And Edwards with the stop.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
Curry not one of those guards who shrinks when he gets inside.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
A miss that time would have put him up.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
On its way from Curry for 2, and a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 3. And thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Naz Reid out there with Miller. And it's Minot in at the 4. Alexander-Walker finds Reid. And Reid throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
There's Kuminga. Nice move, and it's good on the way in. Kuminga's got his first basket.
Hits his first attempt of the half. Not what you'd call suffocating D on that possession.
Alexander-Walker passes to Shannon. Basket counts, and the Timberwolves lead by 5.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now Podziemski. He has yet to score. 4 on the shot clock. Floats it up for Kuminga. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Lets it go with the 3. Offensive rebound. Reid. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3-point range. And it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Kuminga sends a screen for Hield. And he banks in the layup.
But he's showing more than just the fact that he's a shooter, working his way, strength on the inside there.
Here's Shannon from downtown. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Hield outside. Up top, Jackson Davis. Off on the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Shannon. It's taken away by Payton. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Podziemski. Right side, Kuminga. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Podziemski's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Miller in the corner.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Back Back to Alexander Walker. Miller outside. Here's Alexander Walker. They set the screen. Shot clock at 5. Good on the three-point shot. Alexander Walker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Minnesota. 1:39 left to play in the third. And yes, it's good. Podziemski's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
That's good by Shannon.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Pass to Kuminga for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Drives to the hoop, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Podziemski. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Podziemski's got 7.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Alexander Walker. 6 points for him. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Picked by Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. Goes up on the block. That one wide left. And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more in a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Green. Booty is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Butler. And it's Post in at the center position. That's the Warriors' 5. And Curry, here we go. Butler on the way. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Edwards, that's good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Randall from outside. Kept alive. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Minnesota.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off on them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
Well, another thing that has really stood out is just their effort defensively. Active hands, jumping the passing lanes, racking up steals. That's been impressive.
Butler. Outside for Curry. Second shot opportunity. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Warriors making a change here. Jackson Davis is checked in.
Number 32.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. McDaniels against Curry. Pass to Moody. Stolen by McDaniels. And they're moving it up. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Curry looking it over. Stolen by McDaniels. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Warriors trail by 12. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Edwards with it. Butler covering. And Gobert kicks to DiVincenzo. Three-pointer, Randall. Now, here's McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Fires the three. Green with the block.
Wow, gritty defense from Draymond, showing how tough it is and great timing on the rejection.
1:49 left in the fourth. Here's Curry. Up and in on the layup.
Wow, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Minnesota leading by 10. Three-pointer, Randall. And Gobert kicks to Randall. Gobert with a screen for Randall. For the three. And the three ball is good. Randall's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, he's such a difficult big. Randall's someone you have to run off those short corner threes.
Curry fires from way outside. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. First shot by McDaniels, no good. And here's Curry who brings it up for the Warriors.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Timberwolves.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls.
No, he didn't.
They kept on hold the ball.
That is amazing. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And it's off from three-point range. Curry way outside. Rebound, Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14 points. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Stolen. Shot and game clock separated by 4. Minnesota with the ball. They're leading by 8. For three, Edwards. Green with the rebound. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Three-pointer, Butler. Trifecta! 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Butler with the steal. The three. No good. And so Minnesota takes the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Action on 2K. And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Barnes. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at power forward. And for the Warriors, we've got Butler, Moses Moody out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Green, and it's Post in at the center position. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Now here's Fox. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Butler on the wing, from behind the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Unselfish offense leads to Butler getting something in rhythm.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Talking with him about De'Aaron Fox, I asked Coach what he wanted his guys to do against him, and Coach said to not give him room to run. De'Aaron is dangerous when he's attacking lanes and leaking out in transition, so we need to limit those opportunities. So it sounds like they're aiming to slow the pace down. We'll see if it works for them.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Curry to the inside. Post. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Outside for Wembanyama. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Now here's Fox. Wembanyama screen. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Warriors. The rebound by the Spurs. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
You got to be impressed with Fox's court awareness. He has a feel for when one of his guys is uncovered.
Now here's Moody. Not a lot of room. Out to the wing. To the paint. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Oh, a good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Showing off the major hops. Wow. Look at Fox. Get up and finish with some power.
A minute 53 left to play in the first. There's a screen. Right side Curry. 5 on the clock. Ooh, ripped away. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Even though he's just 6'3", Fox can really get up, including slamming it down in style.
And here's Green from the arc. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Oh, deflected. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Here's Post. He's got 5. Outside Moody. Pass to Curry. Clock at 6. From the baseline. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Now here's Curry. Defense right on him. Lets the 3 fly. And the Warriors miss again. The Spurs have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Fox, that's good.
Right there, Fox using his length to do damage inside.
Now here's Curry. Tight defense on him. And there's a pick. Poke loose. It's stolen by Fox. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. The three from Wembanyama connects from downtown. 9 points in the game.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. Hunting for opportunities, leading to... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
They've got Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Post in at the center position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
And it's good. 2 points.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Fox against Butler. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Crafty move. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Mamukelashvili's got his first basket. Curry looking it over. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Spurs lead by 4. Oh, got a piece of it. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Castle. And he jams it home with authority.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Here's Fox. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Tenacious stuff there from Fox. It takes guts to sink a shot while being fouled.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the game here. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
6 on the shot clock. Curry passes to Moody. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. And it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Wembanyama, screen on Butler. Outside for Wembanyama. Fires the 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. Outside Curry. Outside Moody. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Butler with a steal. Right side Curry. On the wing, Green. Up top, Moody. Outside for Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. Pass to post. 3-pointer. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Three-pointer, Fox. Missed it. 5 for 7 from the field. Warriors trail by 5. Cuts off the pass. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, who else? Wembanyama.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Here's Curry. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. To the left wing. Three-pointer, Fox. Fox splashing it home from deep.
Yeah, Fox is going off. I mean, he's gotten the ball on offense, and he's been relentless.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Green in the post. And it's hammered home by Green.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Double team on Fox. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. There's a screen. On the wing, Curry. Pass to post. Outside Moody. Just 5 to shoot. 4-3. That shot off the mark. It could go. And so the San Antonio Spurs earning this break in the action, up 10. They know Curry can go for 50, 60 any night. So they're forcing someone else. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
They're measuring up the shot.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Champagnie at the shooting guard position.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
You know, he's so smooth on his catch-and-shoot jump shots, and Vassell has a natural rhythm on him, too.
Here's Hield. Up and in on the layup.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Up top, Pajemski. He's guarded by Vassell. Left side, Pajemski. Payton with a screen on Johnson. Johnson against Hield to the middle. Jackson Davis, and he gets it to go.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And the free throw, no good. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly, Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Oh, wasted no time on that one. And now it's an 11-point Spurs lead.
I like Johnson's focus at the perimeter. He's pretty careful about when he shoots the three.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Here's Vassell. Three-pointer, no good. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Kuminga, the pass to Hield. Here's Jackson Davis. On the wing, Payton. Back to Jackson Davis. They shoot again. Outside, Pajemski. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound. Pass to Kuminga. Shot clock at 6. Throws it up high. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. And the foul called on Brandon Pajemski. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter of the game. They set a pick. Champagny, the pass to Vassell. Here's Bassi. Vassell outside. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep. Vassell's got 7 points in the game.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. And offensively, a pretty good three-point shooter. But his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
Warriors trail by 10. Inside. Here's Kuminga. Outside Pajemski. The three. Bassi pulls it in.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Vassell. And he banks in the layup. 9 points in the game.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
Hield against Johnson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Jeremy Sohan.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Hield hits them both. San Antonio leading by 10. Shot and game clock separated by 5. These are his first free throws of the game. And that one falls for Vassell.
The line for the Spurs.
Both good from the line that time. 26 seconds left in the third. Outside Hield. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Down low. Here's Jackson Davis. Right side, Kuminga. Fires for 3. And so it's San Antonio now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. We'll be right back after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Stephen Curry. Green out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Moody, and it's Post in at the 5. That's the Warriors 5. Now here's Curry. The D's right on him. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Wembanyama. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Right side Curry. Rebound San Antonio.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Pass to Wembanyama. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Launches it from deep. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here's Butler outside. Drops in the 3.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Castle for 3. Rebounded by Green. Warriors trail by 14. Moody on the wing. Butler on the wing. With the second effort. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Playing with passion. Butler is never scared of a challenge. A wing battles inside.
Well, Stan, you coached against some really tough players in your day. Where does Jimmy Butler stand right now? What makes him Jimmy Butler?
Well, I think, Brian, he's just a great competitor. He wants to take on the biggest challenges when he's on the defensive end, and on offense, he is willing to attack anyone.
Another miss by Wembanyama. The Warriors have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Moody misses. San Antonio leading by 12. Back come the Spurs in transition. Mamukelashvili passes to Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Inside. Count it.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Outside Wembanyama. A deep 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got 4 rebounds now. Outside for Green. Pass to Post. The 3 is up. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the end.
Wembanyama, screen on Butler. Fox finds Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from 3.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
Warriors trail by 14. Here's Butler. Barnes with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Here in the 4th quarter, just under 2.5 gone by.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
San Antonio leading by 14. Back to Wembanyama. Here's the pick. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Spurs.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
Here's Post. No good from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Fox the pass to Mamukelashvili. From deep, Wembanyama. The shot, no good. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And it's Green off the drive. And it's hammered home by Green. Here's San Antonio now. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Kelishvili passes to Wembanyama. Three-pointer, Fox. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can